It's not so like big deal for the fishes, the light, but for the corals, it's very important that the light is coming every day at the same time and going every day at the same time. So there you have the lag. Some of the corals are raised here, some of them haven't. And here's actually one, it depends. Some of them might have come, like I said, from private owners or from fish shops or however they call it. And some of them are from Australia or from other environments that they were living in. Yeah, that's huge. Actually. That's one of our aquarists' own that he was growing home and he took it here.
How old is it?
I have no idea. I need to say. I can ask that, but I can't guess, unfortunately.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's quite hard to say.
No, but it's interesting how fast they can grow that.
Exactly. Yeah. And it can start moving there if it wants, but we hope it doesn't, because otherwise it would kill plenty of corals in the tank with it, because then they won't get the light anymore, and then it will freeze definitely.
I think they are not tasty because most of them are a bit.
Yes. And there's two moraines. One's here and one's there in the hole. And that one is here in front of the tank. You can see it's real size. But when they swing back at the tank, then the glass is making very bigger. Yeah, exactly. Because now it seems like it's very huge and very long, but actually when it comes here, you can see the real size. So the glass is making it much bigger than it actually is. Yeah, actually, because moray eels, they say that they can swallow. So in the throat, they have extra pair of jaws that come and like swallow. So the alien movie, none of them are poisonous. It's not completely true, though the teeth can be very there can be a lot of bacteria or viruses in the surface of the teeth. So if you get bit by the moray eel, it's very likely that it gets infected. But the bite or the teeth themselves are not poisonous. But they also have very bad eyes, so they can't see so well. So that's also the reason why people have lost fingers or toes when they've been swimming, because the moray eel think that there's a shrimp swimming by or something else, and they taste it because they don't have any hands to try on. What was it? So yeah, sharp teeth also. And besides the moray eels, we have one shark in the tank. That's bamboo shark. This gray one here, and you can also see the real size when it swims by. But it's we say bottom shark, so it's living in the bottom. It means that it can stop at the bottom once in a while if it wants to. But when we move over to the big tank, we can see the ocean sharks that has to swim all the time. But this guy can stop, as you can see. He comes out the water with its gills. Yeah, this is also warm water, about 25%. But yeah, they're not they should be more or less if you're not going to perish. Yes, the individuals if it fits, because it fits or bites very much. No, they're not. We are having an electric eel here also, but it's in the end of the exhibition. But these guys are not electric. Now we can go to the biggest tank, the ocean tank. quite actually probable that they have eaten up like that. But we can't know it. But the way that we feed them every day at the same time, I've like learned that okay, food comes this time every day. If I go to the surface and open my mouth, I'm gonna get myself in trouble. So they have become also like lazy or just in general about the sharks. Like I said before, these black like dangerous sharks for humans are tiger shark, great white, and then it's bull shark. I think the English name. Or is it?
Oh, hammer.
No, it's not the hammer one, but the like if I translate directly from Finnish, it's bull shark, but it might have another name in English. That probably does. But if you're going to snorkeling in the shark waters, it's usually told that you should not have like glitter swimming suit or like jewels or anything like that, because sharks are also very curious animals. So they might come and look what's that like glittery thing there, and since they don't have any hands, they are tasting what is it. And usually also when sharks have attacked humans, they have bitten once and then realized that, yeah, wait a minute, this wasn't so good, or this was way too low fat for me, and then they have like swimming away. But of course, if it's a big shark, then one bite is very dangerous for human already. But yeah. Yeah, this is actually, we have tried to make a fossil here. It's Plesiosaurus. And you can see that it continues all the way there. So scientists have found bones that would show that this kind of feature has been swimming in the oceans back in the days. So yeah, that's huge actually. But actually the truth is that the head of this creature wasn't that big, and the real size you can see there in the wall, if you look to the back wall, the green one. So if you think this whole body and then look to the head, it doesn't look so dangerous. But yeah.
What about that one?
That's, oh my god, I can't remember the name. Here's helicopter, you can see that one. That's also like the ancient sharks. But yeah, that's actually the problem with the sharks, since they don't have any bones. So we're not sure how have they been in the ancient times, because the only thing we have left is the teeth. And that's like the only bones they have in their bodies. But yeah, that's, I can't remember the name. Is it here somewhere? Yeah. But it's some ancient shark. But this one is helicopter, and that's what I'm sure about. But that's also quite, doesn't look so nice. And if you ever have bought shark teeth when you're abroad, then you don't have to be worried that the shark has to be like killed for those, because sharks are actually changing all the time the teeth. And we also find some shark teeth here in the bottom every now and then, so they can change the teeth, or they are actually changing them all the time. Yeah, they're having like several layers in the mouth, and when one drops out, the one from the second layer comes. So yeah, they're changing them all the time.
Yeah, why humans cannot do that?
Yeah, exactly. No need for dentists.
So do you know what is under?
It has been like thought that it would be like throwing it, like frogs when they're coming through. And we had Mikko there with the lionfishes and moray eels, and we thought that okay, he's not gonna eat up anybody there, because lionfishes are poisonous and he probably doesn't want to eat the moray eel either. But we were wrong. Mikko tried to eat lionfish, and it's very poisonous even for humans and also for fishes, of course. And we thought that that was his last supper, so to say. But he survived in some miracle way, and then we decided that okay, you need to have your own tank. And now we have decided that nobody else can be put in that tank.
So you cannot be sad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he does, he does. But yeah. Yeah, but unfortunately it's not so common anymore, and actually WWF has ranked it in the red list already. So it's like dying out little by little because it's so tasty and everybody wants to eat it fast. So yeah, there's also, if you are tasty, then it's not good for your relatives, so to say. But yeah, that's the sea bass, and here we have small spotted cat sharks. Also very, very common shark. I think the most common shark species is in Europe actually. No, I think that they're actually used in fish and chips. These fishes lay eggs. So if you look in the middle of the tank, you can see these yellow bags that are hanging from the part of the ship. A ray, but it's like under the sand, so it might be a bit hard to see where it actually is. Yeah, but that's not a baby anymore. That's about teenager. But yeah, these guys are more like. Here's first phase.
Quite long to survive.
It's very long, and actually the mother shark doesn't like go and watch after them.
I think
just
they
leaves
could
them.
eat instead of the watching.
Yeah. You can everybody take a look here, so you can see here is actually like you can see when the baby is moving inside.
How long do you think it's still left for?
I think this one it's already quite big, so you can see it's like this inside. So it might have 2 months left, 2-3 months probably.
That's why they don't eat
Crayfish? We can call them crayfish. It makes us feel comfortable. Yeah, but anyway, these guys are never like they have been never back in nature. They were found in the aquarium in Italy, and it's thought that it might have been a result of some kind of genetically proof only and worms. And they are reproducing asexually, and all of these are females. So you'll never. Yeah, that might be true. But I think they are carrying the eggs like behind or under his tail, or at least I have seen. Yeah. But that's what makes it so special because it has like that really
it's like it's not big.
when they start. And you see here. Wait. Yeah, exactly. Most of them would be in your place. So here's the electric eel, one of our very own stories of SeaLife. Can we call you are actually her, Raike? Raike is a typical, or not so typical, but Finnish male name, but actually she is a female. So I'm not sure where does the name come from, but Raike is for me. Yeah, actually every time we feed this guy, we have, rubber gloves, and then we also wooden stick we put the food in the water with, because otherwise it would be really dangerous.
And you have the drawing who is cleaning.
Yeah, exactly. And what else? Yeah, like I said, 800 volts is the maximum power it can make. It's enough to make horse, like unconscious, and to kill a human.
What about humans themselves, if they hit each other?
It's actually the electricity or the electric shock it gets are damaging its eyes every time it does it. So in the end of its life, all the electric fields are actually blind. So when they're old, they can't see
So it's
anything
their
anymore.
damage appears anyway.
Yeah, so there's some damage every time it
But
makes
the skin is not sensitive to electricity.